sis, can we just define what a clean girl makeup look is? A clean girl makeup look is focusing on enhancing your natural beauty. We're doing this all while allowing our skin to also breathe. We're not trying to change and alter. All we're doing is enhancing. Now you can look at my before and my now, and honestly I can say I look like the same person. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to achieve a really flawless clean girl makeup look. Obviously you're seeing it right here. Lightweight, natural, minimal makeup, no foundation. So I'm going to show you guys how to achieve this. So if you are interested, just continue to watch. Honestly, the first celebrity that comes to mind when I think of clean girl makeup is Lori Harvey. Lori Harvey's makeup is the epitome of clean girl. Clean girl is giving very demure, very natural, very skin-like. If you look at her makeup is always so soft, so subtle, natural. All she's really doing is enhancing her natural look. So today I'm gonna show you guys my little rendition of a clean girl makeup look. So the first thing I would say in terms of a clean girl makeup look is to make sure that you are taking your skincare serious. I feel like skincare is probably the most important thing when it comes to a clean girl makeup look. So what I would recommend is exfoliating. I love exfoliating. I don't even know what it is about exfoliating, but if I could choose to exfoliate my skin every day, I would. I just love the fact that I know mentally that I'm getting rid of that dead skin and just bringing out my youthful skin. So if I were to recommend anything, is to exfoliate. So my favorite product in terms of exfoliating is the Murad AHA BHA exfoliating cleanser. I use this about 3 times a week, and when I tell you my skin is flawless, I get so many compliments on my skin, and I think it's thanks to this specific product. So I use this 2 to 3 times a week, and this is just a really mild exfoliator. It helps to just get rid of that dead skin and bring out the new. So what I like to do is just make sure that I'm getting my exfoliating out of the way. Another product I like to pair with this cleanser is my Herbivore Milky Way exfoliating serum. So this is similar to the Murad. It has AHA and oats just to help exfoliate the skin and bring a more youthful look out. So I've already used these 2 products. I used them last night, so my skin is already at its top tier it could be right now. So my skin feels really smooth and hydrated. So that brings me to the next product, which is a really good moisturizer. So I've been going in with the Oil and Pore Control Mattifier with SPF 45. This is by Murad, and it's typically just a lightweight moisturizer, and I love this because it does have SPF in it. So if you know you're going out for the day and you're going to be exposed to the sun, this is like one of the best products that I would recommend that has SPF. So I'm going to use this as like just my hydrating lotion today and really just prep the skin for the makeup we're going to be applying. And I also love this because it's super easy to blend out. Again, it is lightweight. You also don't have to worry about any white cast. It just, honestly, it's really nice to apply as a base. All right, so you can see that my skin looks instantly hydrated, really moisturized, and also prepped for the sun. So you really want to choose a moisturizer that's going to really hydrate and prep the skin before you go in with your makeup. All right, so let's get into the makeup. So the first product I'm going to use in terms of my makeup is bronzing drops. So I'm going to be using the Indeed Labs Nano Bronze Bronzing Drops, and this is just going to give me a really nice glow as my base before I go in with my concealer or my foundation and really just brighten up my look. So I actually like to just apply it in little dots on my face. And with this, I like to use my hands to blend it out. All right, so this is the side with the bronzing drops. So you can see how that really just gave me a really nice glow. That is the aim before I go in with my concealer. Okay, so this is how the skin is looking. It's looking really healthy, hydrated, glowy. This is what we want before we go in with any foundation or anything. Again, a clean girl makeup look is to really just mimic your natural look. It's not supposed to look like you have makeup on. So we're gonna keep this really minimal. All right, so next I like to go in with a flesh tone concealer. So for concealer today, I'm going in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is in the shade Chestnut. All right, so with this concealer, I like to focus it in the areas that I feel I need that extra coverage or I need some concealing. So that's mostly areas on my skin that I have dark spots or hyperpigmentation. I like to honestly focus this concealer underneath my eyes because underneath my eyes are really dark. Like that's like probably one of my main concerns. But other than that, if you have any areas on your face that you need to conceal, I would recommend going in with a skin tone concealer because this will just conceal everything while, you know, using less product. And this concealer is really affordable. So if you are a beginner, definitely you can't go wrong with the LA Girl Pro concealers. So I'm just gonna apply a little underneath my eye. And then I'm gonna go in with my concealer blending brush. This is from the brand Menage. Yeah, we're gonna use this to just blend out the concealer. And this is just going to neutralize all the dark areas on the face. I also like to just take the residue and apply it on the lids as well. I feel like using a brush over like a beauty sponge for this is recommended because a sponge will really soak up a lot of the concealer when really you want the most coverage underneath the eyes. So if you're going to be using any concealer, blend it out with a brush over the beauty sponge. All right, so I have like a little pimple here that I'm gonna conceal, and around my mouth tends to be really dark as well. So I'm just gonna conceal that as well. And whatever residue you could also just apply on like the other areas of your face. All right, so just like that, I created a really flawless base without using foundation. So you can see that I concealed all the dark areas on my face. My skin still looks really glowy. This is the goal. All right, so next I want to bring back some dimension to my face. So that is where cream contour or cream bronzing comes in. So for that, I'm going to be using the Merit Beauty complexion stick. This is the minimalist complexion stick. So I'm going to be going in with the shade Umber. So this is a really nice deep shade for bronzing. So I'm just gonna apply a bit of this to my contour just to really bronze up the look, bring back the dimensions in the skin. Like I said, when you make your skin like one flat shade, your face is gonna look really flat. So bringing back the natural contours to your face is something you would always want to think about doing, especially if you want to have a really natural looking face. So I'm just gonna use my blending brush, and I like to blend this up. I always blend up. Up is giving me a lifted look. So if you want to really slim down your face, I would always recommend blending your product in an upward motion. And for your forehead, you always want to blend it towards your temple. So you see how that is blending out. I love that my skin is still glowy. With the same brush, I'm just going to blend out my nose as well. And I love with a clean girl look, you don't need to be like precise in terms of how you're blending things out. We're just honestly enhancing our natural face. So you can really be freer with this kind of look. All right, so we brought back the contours to the skin. We're still really glowy. Love that for us. So now we can move on to some blush. Bring back a little bit of color to the skin as well. So for blush today, I'm going in with the Camo Liquid Blush by e.l.f. This is in the shade Coming In Hot. Now y'all know with me, I think I have like a phobia of going right in with blush. So I always have to put it on the back of my hand. So I honestly just put like one little swipe on the back of my hand, and then I like to warm it up with my blush brush. This way I honestly can control how much I'm putting on my skin. So now I'm just gonna add a bit to my cheeks. And I used to be one of those girls who like to smile when I apply my blush, but that's honestly not the right way to apply blush. I would always just recommend just keeping your face structure really straight. Do not smile and apply your blush in like an upward motion. This is going to give a really nice natural blush rather than clownish, if that makes any sense. So just really take your time with applying your blush. I feel like liquid blush is always gonna look crazy once you put it on at first, but you just need to honestly just trust the process. Okay, I have my blush applied. I'm gonna go in with my damp beauty sponge. I haven't used this for anything yet. It is damp, so that's always what you want to make sure that you do with your sponge. And I'm just gonna go over that blush and just blend it out. This is really just muting down the blush so that it's not too harsh. All right, so I want to go in with a bit of concealer to brighten my under eyes specifically. So I'm going to go in with my Black Radiance True Complexion Concealer. This is in the shade light to medium. And I'm not using too much of this concealer, especially because I've already put down my Flesh Tone concealer. So all I'm doing is focusing this in the inner corner to really brighten the under eye. So just like that. That's all I'm doing for my concealer. And then again, I'm just going to use my concealer blending brush and blend this out. And that concealer is considered 2 to 3 shades lighter than my complexion, so that just really brightened the under eye look. And with the residue, I just like to kind of blend out the edges of that blush too. All right, sis, so we have all of our creams and liquids down. Now it's time for powder. I feel like with a clean girl makeup look, you cannot skip the powder. Now the type of powder is where it's tricky. So for this type of look, I would recommend a really lightweight powder, translucent, and something that's not going to change the overall appearance of your look. Again, we want our skin to really look like skin. We don't want it to look like we have makeup on. So that's honestly the goal with this kind of look. So for today, I'm going to be using the Revlon Color Stay Blot Matte Setting Powder. So this one is a translucent setting powder, and this is not going to change the color of my makeup. So before going in with your powder, just make sure that everything is blended. The last thing you want to do is go in with your powder over any creases. And the tool that I would recommend for applying your powder is a brush. This is just going to lightly powder your face rather than setting it. So I'm just going to go in with a bit of that powder and just apply it underneath my eyes. And you could see that that didn't change anything in terms of like the color or the shade of my skin. So all I'm doing is dipping into it, dusting off the excess, and just tapping it in. All right, so I mostly focus that powder in my T-zone. For the rest of my face, like the perimeter, I'm gonna go in with some bronzing powder. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Bronzer. So I'm just gonna use this powder to really bronze and warm up the skin. This is also setting all of the areas that we use that cream. And if you want, take an eyeshadow brush and your bronzer, you can just apply a bit of that bronzer to your crease just to look like you did a little something on your eyes. All right, so you guys notice I did not touch my eyebrows yet. So let's work on the brows. I feel like for brows, you really want to keep it still natural looking. So I'm not going to do too much with the brows. I think my biggest concern is filling in like the sparse areas of my brows. I need to go to a professional at this point because I feel like I'm butchering my brows. So I'm gonna go in with a bit of powder. I feel like powder is the most lightweight thing you can use in terms of a product for your brows. So I'm gonna go in with this shade, and you can see it already hit pan because I use this pretty often. So I'm gonna take the angled side of my dual-sided eyebrow brush and just fill in any areas of my brow that are really sparse and just need that extra fill. I need that extra fill in the front here for sure. This also helps with cutting down the time. So if you're in a rush and you want to do like the clean girl makeup look, powder is definitely something I would recommend if you want to quickly do something to your brows. And then I just take my spoolie and honestly just brush out my brows. I want it to still look natural, of course. So brows are pretty much done. I want to add a bit of color back to my cheeks. Like I really like how it looks, but I always have to go in with some powder. So this is the Catrice Blush in a Box. This is in the shade Burgundy. And I'm just gonna take the same brush I used for my liquid and just go over that. All right, so you guys saw that that blotting powder kind of took away a bit of the glowiness that I had on my skin. I want to bring that back with a highlighting balm. So this is the Merit Beauty Highlighting Balm in the shade Bounce. And I'm just going to apply a bit up here and use my fingers to blend it out. I'm just gonna bring a bit of glow back to my skin. Never underestimate your fingers. Like your fingers is probably one of the best tools because, ooh, that definitely brought the glow back. I'm gonna add some on my nose as well and my cupid's bow. add a bit on my forehead. I'm just applying this to all the areas I normally would highlight. That way my skin is technically matte, it's set, but I still look really dewy and fresh faced. Okay, so let's move on to the eyes. I feel like for the eyes, you can do mascara, you can do some lashes. Do I want to do my lashes or do I want to stick to just the mascara is the question. I feel like I'm gonna stick to just the mascara. So I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift Mascara. This is the only mascara that like lifts my natural lashes. Like I feel like anything else is not doing justice to the lashes that I have. So I'm just gonna apply this. I'm actually gonna only focus this on my outer lashes. I feel like one side of my eyes has longer lashes than the other. Like this side is struggling. And then I'm also gonna apply some to my bottom lashes. Okay, that's it. That's all I'm doing for my lashes. All right, so last product is a really good lip product. Now, I've been loving the Ole Henriksen Pout Preserve Lip Treatment. This is in the shade Cocoa Cream. It's really hydrating, plumps the lip. Honestly, I love the shade. Definitely something really quick and easy and natural to put on the lip. So we're gonna go in with this today. And the smell, addicting. I'm gonna go in with a bit of setting spray. This is the Indeed Labs Nano Set Blurring Setting Spray. So this blurring setting spray is going to just make things look really skin-like and blurred and soft. So I'm gonna spray this. All right, sis, so this is my example of the clean girl makeup look. Really demure, soft, natural. We stick to really minimal products and using minimal products. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you are new to my channel and haven't subscribed, sis, make sure you're subscribed. Also hit the bell so that you're notified each time I upload. I do upload every Sunday at 1 p.m. And if you haven't checked out my most recent video, it is on eyeshadow. So if you're looking for a step-by-step tutorial on how to apply eyeshadow, this video right here is what you need. I go step by step on the brushes to use and when to use certain eyeshadow colors. So if you're interested in that video, I'll leave it here on the screen for you to check out. But that is about it for today. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.